Good morning. This is an extension of the previous lesson, still entries that is recorded in the General Journal. We also use the General Journal for the correction of errors. The General Journal is the only way that we can correct errors that do not fit in the other journals. Most accounting processes nowadays are done on computers, so if a transaction is keyed in incorrectly, the computer will post it accordingly. The way to correct such errors will be with an entry in the General Journal. These are examples of errors that can occur. An amount is posted to the correct side of the wrong account. So the amount is correct, but the side is correct, but it's the wrong account. This account must be cancelled, so we will cancel the entry in the wrong account and then record it in the correct account. An incorrect amount is posted to the correct account. So the account is correct, the side is correct, but the amount is incorrect. So we need to record the difference in the relevant account. An amount is posted to the wrong debtor or creditor's account. Again, we need to cancel the incorrect one and then record the correct one. It is not possible to explain all errors that you may encounter. You will have to read very carefully to identify the error and then make opposite or supplementary entries to correct it. Now, it's very important that you follow the following steps. First, you will determine what are the two accounts that are involved. Second step is to determine which of these accounts are now incorrect. And then the next step will be then to fix the error. Okay, these errors need to be fixed in the General Journal. Let's look at the first one. Stationery purchase for office use was incorrectly posted to the trading stock account 125. First, we need to identify the two accounts, stationery and trading stock. Secondly, we need to identify the incorrect one. What is purchase? Stationery. Where is it posted? Trading stock. So trading stock is incorrect. We should have debited stationery, but instead we have debited trading stock. To correct that, we now have to correct stationery by debiting stationery. And then we have to credit trading stock to take the entry out of trading stock. And your narration will simply be correction of trading stock to stationery. That's number one. Number two, credit sales to HM Milk 550 was incorrectly posted to the account of RH Milk. Now, what are my two accounts? HM Milk and RH Milk. Okay. Now, which is the correct one? The credit sales was to HM Milk, so that is the correct one. And the incorrect one, therefore, is RH Milk. Now, what does credit sales do? It increases. So we need to debit the debtor. So we have debited RH Milk instead of HM Milk. To correct that, we now have to debit HM Milk. And since he's a debtor, we also need to debit debtor's control. And we will credit RH Milk. And since he's a debtor, we also have to credit debtor's control. Again, the narration is a correction. Number three, credit purchases from AccCH, a creditor 876, was incorrectly posted to the credit side of the ZUA, a debtor. Okay, so which are my accounts? AccCH, a creditor, and AccCH, a debtor. Credit purchases is credited, so we should have credited AccCH, the creditor, but instead we have credited AccCH, a debtor. So to fix that, we now need to debit AccCH, the debtor. So AccCH needs to be debited and therefore also debtor's control. And the correct account, AccCH, needs to be credited, and since he's a creditor, we also need to do that with creditor's control, and that is a correction. What effect will these have on the accounting equation? Trading stock decreased because we credited trading stock, and owner's equity will decrease because stationery is an expense. That debtors increase with 550 because we debit and debtor, but it will also decrease with 550 because we have credited another debtor. Assets will increase because we cancel the incorrect credit in the debtors by debit, and liabilities will increase because we have credit a creditor.